lying at 78 degrees north, is a place not many have been or even heard of. Svalbard. This Norwegian archipelago is home to some of the most well-known animals in the Arctic, and as a wildlife photographer and filmmaker, it's been on my bucket list for a long time. While I'm excited about the possibility of seeing these animals, I'm hoping to come away with something new, something understated, but just as extraordinary.
Well, that should be everything.
Vi har startat upp till Longyearbyen.
This place is incredible. Finally landed in Longyearbyen here in Svalbard, and the weather is just phenomenal. I'm gonna take advantage of that. I have a little bit of time before I join the ship, so I'm gonna wander around and see what I can find. Oh, there she is. Home away from home for the next 10 days.
All this area here clashed into Greenland. This is Longyearbyen.
We're on our way, and I could not be more excited for the next 10 days. The first thing I want to do, though, is introduce myself to the guides and get a better sense of what's in store.
All right, thank you. Yes, my first time in Svalbard, so.
I'm still a little unsure about the type of wildlife opportunities I'll have on this trip, but with Bob and Giancarlo's combined experience in the area, I know I'm in good hands.
So, general sail plan, we're out in Isfjorden right here. This is Longyearbyen where we just came from.
Bob went over our general sailing plan, so I know what to expect moving forward. This really helped me understand more about Svalbard's geography and where the different wildlife hotspots are.
All the way over here to the east side. This is where we're going to spend a lot of time looking for all types of wildlife. We'll probably be visiting some bird cliffs here. Maybe go up in here, see an old scientific station. And then after several days over here, we'll move back to the northwest and back to general sail time.
With the route mapped out, I had a better idea of what wildlife we may encounter, but I was still unsure of what to focus on, how to illustrate this place in a new light. As we sailed deeper into the fjords that evening, something caught my eye. Hundreds of kittiwakes flying just above the water. It was hard to wrap my head around the fact that a place so far north can support such an abundance of wildlife. What more was in store at the bird cliffs?
Yeah, it's pretty foggy. Today we're just outside the Alkefjellet bird cliffs. And here there's gonna be hundreds upon hundreds of birds flying around, diving into the water for food. But I woke up to this huge wall of white, and I do see quite a few birds flying around, but I'm really worried that I'm not gonna be able to see the tops of these cliffs, which are apparently pretty dramatic. I think we're gonna go out anyways, and I'm gonna try to get as many shots as I can and hope for the best.
The fog ended up lifting, which was pretty lucky. And looking up at these cliffs and seeing just the sheer numbers of the birds that live here was mind-blowing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any close-ups of these birds. The swell was just too strong and the footage too shaky. I still needed that close-up perspective. So after chatting to the captain, we made a plan to visit a different set of bird cliffs in the northwest region of Svalbard. These we would be hiking to, so whether there is a strong swell or not, I could be guaranteed steady, close-up footage. This sort of flexibility is the beauty of being on a small expedition vessel, and I can't really imagine exploring Svalbard any other way. I think what makes Svalbard so special is that you have these incredible, unexpected moments. Sometimes I become so fixated on achieving a particular goal that I forget to take time to stop, look around, and enjoy those smaller moments along the way. This is a place where nature rewards the keen eye, because around every corner, there is life.
We just hiked a couple hundred feet up to this bird cliff full of kittiwakes and black guillemots. And you can hear the cacophony in front of me. There are hundreds of birds covering this cliff. It's really just a beautiful morning here. It's almost too chaotic. I don't really know what to focus on. There's so much going on these cliffs. But I'm gonna take a couple minutes and really just study the cliff and see if I can film some of the more intimate scenes going on.
No way, there's a chick. That's amazing. Filming that tiny chick, I realized that this was the moment I had been looking for. A whole new generation of birds, showing the resilience needed for life in the high Arctic. As the expedition comes to a close, I can't help but reminisce about the past week and a half. I've had the opportunity to explore some of the most pristine wilderness areas in the world, and I've had unforgettable encounters with some of the Arctic's most iconic animals. But what really resonated with me the most were those unexpected moments with some of the lesser known wildlife here. Those moments really taught me to embrace the unknown, because here in the far north, you never really know what you're gonna find next.
It's the final evening of the trip, and we just ran into this massive pod of belugas. Seriously couldn't have ended on a better note.